Hello guys, welcome to Slowest in Your Face. Today we're going to talk about Chicago Fire season 3, episode 23, entitled Spartacus. And in this episode, we are still going on and on about the rice situation. The house is pretty much divided. Squad and truck are going at each other. So he started with Cruz. He got this letter. He read this letter. We don't know what it's about. Casey is still doing his undercover thing. I forgot that's where the last episode left off with him in the room. But he was smart enough to take off the wire or whatever. I don't know what is gonna happen with that because it's just Casey is not a police officer, like. So we'll just go through the characters, alright? I'm not gonna go in chronological order. We'll just go by character. Start off with Otis. Otis, man, it turns out he wasn't wrong. He could have been really wrong, but he wasn't wrong about Rice. But he approached it wrong. Like he seemed not jealous, but he did seem. Well, I think they tried to make it. I think everyone else tried to make it out to be like that he was jealous because they're like, "Oh, you're just the elevator man." What does that even mean? Like, did they ever do that to Mills? Like, they probably did in the beginning, but once he was on squad, they wasn't like, oh, you just do it. Like, you're just the intern. But anywho, we move. Let's just talk about the main points. All right, one, Casey. No, let's not start with Casey. Let's start with Rice. I kind of knew that's what was gonna happen. Like with, not that I knew from the beginning that he was gonna start ducking, but I kind of knew once the allegation started, and it seemed like that he was gonna say, "Oh, because of my son" and all that. I kind of knew that was gonna happen because why else? He was a firefighter at one point, and I know people can't just go into different professions, but it's just like, what did you think? Like you can't just be, well, I don't want to be in danger. Well, don't be a firefighter of all things. But he got fired though. And Casey was being I'm not Casey. Severide was being such a douchebag. Like, really? He didn't know investigation. Like, why didn't you do investigation? You're gonna take his word for it? Since when? Since when? This is the man that was like, oh, it was with Shay's fire. Oh, she wasn't just, you know, it wasn't just a regular fire. Like, and then he went around that lady's back and all of, like, you did all of that. All that investigation, but you couldn't do an investigation this time. Come on. But then he went and did an investigation. So he figured out, yeah, Rice was lying, because he doesn't want his kid to be an orphan. I hope he was at least applying to other jobs. Like, I hope his plan wasn't literally, oh, I'm just not gonna be in danger. Like, dude. Like, what? You must have hit your head because that is not the smartest idea of, oh, I'm gonna take a dangerous position, but I'm gonna try not to do it. Like, what? You're not gonna do the job? But anyway, so I guess Dawson might be I think she's pregnant. That's cool. That one time, though? That one time. So let me tell you what's gonna happen. I think she might actually be pregnant, right? Is that gonna change everything if she's pregnant? I do like her and Casey together. I don't know why people just can't be together in the show. Like, everyone breaks up eventually. It's Cruz and the other girl. What's her name? I'm so mad I remember Chili's name before. And what is with? I know Mills left last episode, but what's with the Ambo people? Like, it's cursed. Unless the turnout rate for Ambo people is actually really high in real life. I wonder. But anyway, that would be cute. Casey Dawson, baby. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about Casey and his little undercover work because one, okay, you doing undercover work, fine. You do not meet your police officers that you're working with outside. What is this? Not even outside, like, oh, he drove all the way outside town and was like, listen, we're 2 states over. Now we can meet. No, right outside where he works. And then the thing is, he didn't even play it off. All right. When that guy asked him, "Oh, did anyone approach you?" Right? Why didn't you say? I would have said, "Yeah, they approached me," and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" You know, he didn't say that at all. Or I would have been like, "What? You saw me with cops or something?" I mean, you know, my fiance's brother is a cop, right? Sometimes, you know, say something. Like he didn't. He, and I understand he's not a police officer, so. But he did not talk him way out of that. I mean, not that anything happened, but I mean, at the end, something happened. So my prediction is, because you saw, all y'all saw that body at the end, right? My prediction is kind of like they want to frame him because they feel like he already has evidence. So, like, his word means nothing. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that they're gonna frame her murder on Casey, which is possible. Oh, and then this wasn't the very end, but the house got back together. They was all hugging because Boden was like, "This is not a democracy," and I was like, "Ooh, he's taking charge again." Even though he was before, but it's just like everyone was just so caught up in whatever they was caught up with that they wasn't really listening to him. And yeah, so the house is back together. I feel like, why can't Dawson just be a firefighter? I don't know if she's really pregnant, but it's just like, why can't she just be a firefighter? Like, now she pregnant. Remember the one day where she mentioned, whatchamacallit, that the annoying guy couldn't be there, so they put her on ambo. It's just like, jeez. Let her live. All she ever wanted to do was be a firefighter, and it's always something trying to prevent her from being a firefighter. And you know it's so ridiculous. And Dick Wolf is probably doing this on purpose. But the irony of her being a woman and you know, her having to fight extra hard to be a firefighter because she's a woman. Literally, the fact that she's a woman and can bear children is the reason that's going to hold her back from being a firefighter. That sucks, man. That sucks. And I'm kind of glad about that hookup from PD Fire, you know, the firefighter PD hookup. I like that. I don't remember their names, so that's about it. Because I'm like, are they going to do sexual tension between Burgess and him or not? Because I'm like, Burgess is with the other guy who stepped up his fashion game. I think everybody on Chicago, we'll go with Chicago PD soon, but I think everybody on Chicago PD stepped up their fashion game. Chicago Fire needs to step up their fashion game. But anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble. I love the show. I would love to know what people think of it. I'll see you next time. Slow us out, people.